YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Let me tell you, I appreciate you for coming back, tuning in to the channel. Today we've got a product review on behalf of the company Pixio. We're going to be reviewing a monitor today. And one common question that I get asked, now we're going on 3 years with All About TKK, making the type of content we make. I purchase a lot of high-end TVs, monitors, displays for myself, and I'm often asked, what about budget options? Do I buy anything that's going to come in maybe at an entry price point, lower price point? Do I even like anything that's that? Well, I partnered up with Pixio today to take a look at a monitor that they've got, and I just want to set you up for the video expectations. So we are going to have timestamps within this video. Feel free to look at the description of the video or the track bar within this upload, and you can get yourself to a specific point, a talking point, a bullet point that might stimulate your interest. This is the video expectations, and I just want to let you know. So we're essentially going to unbox this thing. We're going to take a look at everything that's included, give an overview look into the product. I'm at some point going to test it out, get it set up on my desk, and let you know what my general thoughts are about the thing. We'll talk about price point, availability, reliability, and just ultimately what I think about it. So we're going to get all that going right after this intro. All right, guys, so thanks a lot for tuning back into the channel. As I said, we're going to be taking a look at the Pixio branded monitor today. The exact model that we're looking at is going to be the PX248 Prime Advanced. This is a 24-inch monitor that will max out at 144 hertz for refresh rate. It's 1080p with a 1 millisecond gray to gray, and it's an IPS display. So essentially going to offer pretty dynamic and consistent contrast and colors at different viewing angles. We're going to do a full breakdown of this thing, get it out of the box in just a second. Right, as soon as you get this thing out of the box, double folded styrofoam, nice, tightly packaged. Get your power cord, your AC power brick that has a sticker that says Pixio on it, external power supply unit. Take a look and see what we got inside the packaging. We do have a DisplayPort cable, which is what I'll be using because this will be getting utilized on PC, okay? Not sure exactly. This looks to be a screwdriver. Always glad whenever a manufacturer of a product includes a tool for you to get the work done that you need to get to assemble the product. My thought is this is going to be the base. This thing is pretty small, but listen, I welcome that because I'm going to show you in the end of the video another product that I'm actually going to be utilizing this thing on. So this is one piece of the styrofoam, and here is the second. And in totality, this is the monitor. Now, of course, we're going to get this thing open, assemble it, so we can take a look at this thing and see what it's all about. So package presentation is pretty cool. It's kind of a less is best type of situation. You've got this sheet that essentially comes on the monitor front. It's about the same size as the monitor almost, and it gives you all the instructions that you would need to be able to get this thing installed properly. It doesn't come with an HDMI cable. It comes with the screwdriver, the stand, the monitor, and the power cable, and that's pretty much all you need. But they do have some information, kind of this. It's kind of like an all-encompass, from a welcome card to your warranty information. Everything is packaged right there. So we always throw away booklets. When we get these products that come with a lot of booklets and things like that, I kind of like their less is best approach to how they packaged it with just small, subtle information to get you what you need. Right, so install looks like it's going to be pretty simple. There seems to be a fixed screw into the base of the monitor. Gonna just push this thing right on up. I don't feel like I need to get you a different angle and screw this thing on in. So not toolless, but pretty darn close. Yeah, so we're tight right there, and we have this thing installed right right here. Base does have some rubber feet to it. That's pretty awesome, man. This is a nice little situation. There does appear to be a VESA pattern on the back of the panel. Looks like it's a 100 by 100. Does say Pixio. That is not embroidered. It's, I don't know the material of that. Looking down at the displays, you do get 4 ports. All 4 of them do specify that they can do 144 hertz. So 2 2.0 HDMIs and 2 1.4 display ports are what you get looking at this thing. I want to shoot all of this from the desk because we're going to transition from the desk to how we're going to be using this thing. But listen, I have to tell you, this is absolutely perfect in the way that I think that I will be using this thing. Now, it doesn't look that there's any type of, you know, moving of the monitor. But again, it's only a 24-inch monitor. It's only a 24-inch screen. You do have the ability to kind of tilt this thing, but there's no swivel or no up and down movement on this thing. So, but we do get a little bit of a tilt action. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing positioned, connect it, switch cameras so we can take a better look at it. All right, I just wanted to switch optics really quick just to give you guys a kind of a good visual of what I'm seeing here. It looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. I've connected it directly, my PC at least, directly to the Pixio. Took it off the Samsung and put it right on here. And I mean, you know, so biggest advantages with 24 inches, obviously, that you're going to be seeing things are going to look a lot tighter, right? So you can get away with a lower resolution. It's one of the screen sizes where it would be redundant, in my opinion, to purchase something that's going to have a higher resolution than 1440p. So 1080p is still, in my opinion, a nice sweet spot for 24 inches. Add to the fact the monitor isn't going to be super bright, but it's pretty good. Now this is me looking at the monitor just outside of the box, and it looks pretty amazing. Now let me just kind of segue with how I'm thinking about using this thing. This is realistically what I had in mind to use it for my Comba 2009 arcade stick table, if you will. This thing has an arcade stick onto it, and you know, I've been waiting to get this monitor open so that I can look at it and be able to speak to, you know, if there will be any shaking if I'm utilizing this. I just think that this monitor is going to pair up perfectly for me because a lot of the gaming that I'll be doing, that I'll be playing, will be around like old school stuff, right? So utilizing Fightcade will be absolutely flawless on this thing. So yeah, it looks pretty good in my opinion. I really like it. Let's talk a little bit about the specs and such with the monitor though. All right, so I just want to have a little bit of discussion about this thing. So 4 HDMI or 2 HDMI ports, 2 display ports, so 4 ports in totality, all offering 144 hertz. It's as simple as just going to Windows and selecting 1080p, which is the native and default resolution on this thing, and just pushing it to 144 hertz. Now, personally, guys, I have an RTX 4090. I can't think of a game on this planet that I can't run max settings in this resolution. I mean, I don't know. There might be some crazy ray tracing type of stuff, but, you know, for the most part, I could be able to run everything with this and have no issues. The monitor, just from visual perspective, looks pretty organic. I've yet to dial in any settings. It just looks good. It looks warm out of the box. It looks like a warm 2 if you're into, you know, the TV space of modifying settings and stuff. Looks like a warm 2 base out of the box. So you know, doesn't look very blue. I don't feel like I need to put on any type of, like, I don't know, gunner glasses or anything like that to block blue light. It looks very inviting. The text looks solid, and it's just me gauging it from like creating this content. All of this has been created using OBS. I've been sitting at my desk to make this, so I'm able to read, comprehend everything. Right now, again, I'm focusing on the screen, not the TV. So yeah, it looks really good. So even me just looking at like the colors on my Ralph Lauren button up, everything looks pretty organic. The cell phone, which is what I used for the prior transition, might add a little bit more pop, but I tried to mute down the colors and such on it so that it wouldn't. But I can tell you just from a visual perspective, this looks really, really warm. Like my skin tone and everything, the oils on my skin, I can see from the lights flashing off of it, like looks pretty good. So it leads me to believe that watching content on this won't be too bad either. Now, listen, I'm in no way trying to say that this is going to, you know, compete with like a high-end TV or anything like this. But what I'm saying is if you're using this in the desk space, kind of like I probably will be with this, it looks pretty good. I think and watching content probably will be enjoyable, though I don't expect I'll ever watch like Netflix or Plex or anything like that on this thing. I digress. It looks pretty natural, warm, and organic. Is my initial take on the look and the feel of it. It comes with a DisplayPort 1.2 cable. That's literally what's marked. You know, but when you switch this thing on, you know, it does say 1.4, so that actually shows on the screen. So it is a 1.4 port. That's good enough. 1080p 144 doesn't take a lot to get that. And this does have some variable refresh rate technology, so FreeSync, you know, etc. Was able to get that to work. I don't play a lot of, if any at all, like first-person shooter games. I'm more on the fighting game side. If I'm going to play stuff, I want to be competitive with fighting games. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and at this point try to get some gameplay logged in so we can check it out, see what it's about from a gaming perspective. Man, I am tripping out. This thing has speakers on it. Oh, man, I'm tripping out. It's at max volume. And listen, there's nothing to sit here and brag about from an audio perspective with what the speakers are. But nonetheless, if you're looking for like that quiet time, I'm playing in the couch, in the corner, you can definitely hear. So loading up Street Fighter, definitely can see the pixelation from 1080p. Let me go to some options. Actually, hold on. There we go. I don't know why I defaulted at that weird 1366 by 768 resolution. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is looking a lot tighter. Obviously, everything's. Oh yeah, we looking good, man. For 24 inches, we good. I can take back what I was saying. So we in the money so far with what we're looking at. So not super loud. This is 100%. There's a headphone jack on this thing. So if you wanted to route like a sound deck to that and then, you know, run some power to it and then plug up headphones to it, you know, to the DAC to get like extra volume, you could, or you could just run your headset right to the thing. You know, but this is going to lead to some other content going forward. We'll be testing this with this particular platform that I have going on right now. There are quite a few great options too. So there's a knob on the back of this thing, and there are some great picture setting potentials within this screen too. Honestly, I told you guys earlier it had a very warm base. It wasn't even on warm, it was on normal. So organically, naturally, it just looks real warm in my opinion, which is not a bad thing. I got saturation on 65, hue on 50. And the low blue, I didn't feel like I needed to turn that up because, like I said, it just does a good job. But I think this thing is a pretty solid option so far. All right, guys, we got to bring some conclusion to this, man. It's a pretty solid monitor, and for the price, 120 bucks is what you get this thing for. I think it's a great option, man. I think, like I said, every single product has a specific group or a person that they can find some type of use case out of. Me personally, you know, I actually will be using this a lot more with my combo setup to kind of like in totality make it perfect for me, right? I got to get to a point where for other content, I'm moving away from the setup that I have, and this is going to invite me to clean things up, as well as there'll be more content coming with this monitor being paired up with like this arcade stick board and some other things too. But just to the product, I mean, this thing retails for $150. I don't have any specific links where, you know, I can like pair you up to get a certain savings or anything. This is just a good monitor. It's a good opportunity. I came on to partner up and just do a little bit of business and, you know, just offering you guys my realistic opinion on it. This would in no way replace like the higher end stuff that I'm getting, but you wouldn't expect this price point to come in to do that. It's the first time I've ever used a product from Pixio. It maybe invites me to be interested in doing something else. Honestly, if I had like another one of these, like 2 of these on this particular setup that I have, would be flawless, just because they do have the VESA pattern on them, and I would be able to have gameplay and streaming. So I don't know, man, who knows? You know, you might see another one of these in the future coming to my channel. In any event, again, for 120 bucks, I mean, let's just review what you're getting again. 24-inch IPS, 144 hertz. You get multiple ports. So if you got a couple of different consoles or, I don't know, peripherals you want to connect to this thing, you can do that. It's packaged nice, neat. I think the screen is really good. Like, it's got a nice warm base, and it's got some highlight saturation potential where you can go in and you can tweak out some colors and such like that. Doesn't reinvent the wheel, but definitely a game changer from a budget conscious perspective. You know, you see some brands and it's just like, you don't know about them. You don't really want to deal with them. Well, I'm here to tell you that, you know, it's a pretty solid option for what it is. And like I said, you know, you'll be seeing more of it featured on my channel going forward. In any event, let me know what you guys think about this review in totality, the video, how you think it was structured, and if you think you might be considering. If you're not interested in Pixio, what are you interested in? What type of brand monitors are you guys looking for? This is my first time doing any business with them, buying anything from them. And so, you know, I thought this was pretty cool. But thanks a lot for tuning into the video. I appreciate the support. If you liked it, make sure you leave a thumb up, leave a comment. Let's have some engagement. If you want to support, there's the thanks button. You can hit share it out to the community. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, but it might be for somebody else. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace, God bless. And as I always say, man, max love. We out.